If you're moving to Oakville with children, chances are school ratings are already keeping you at night. Parents ask me all the time, which school is the best? But here's the truth. The answer is a lot more complicated than a single number. Now, let's layer in the public elementary schools here. There are 28 of them. And here are all their most recent Fraser ratings at the time of recording this video. As you see, there are only a couple of schools with ratings below 6. Now, in the same manner, let's map all the public Catholic schools. Yep, 17 of them. And here are their ratings. You will see some NA. That's because those schools did not participate or provide their ratings. There are more public Catholic schools rated below 6.0 than the public ones. When you now pull all this together, there are over 45 schools with ratings from 9 to under 4. Not an easy feat to choose the best schools in Oakville. It gets even more complicated. Let's map the secondary schools, and here are the public high schools, a total of 7 active schools and their ratings. Some exciting news. 3 high schools are rated in the top 10 in the province of Ontario. Then you have the Catholic high school. There are 4 of them, and here are their ratings. In total, there are 11 active public high schools in Oakville, and there are more when you account for private and French public schools outside of the HDSP. With 56 school options, I bet your head is spinning and looks like a science project. But don't worry, today I'm going to break down Oakville elementary schools in the way most videos don't. What Fraser Institute rating actually means, how standardized testing works, what parents should know about special educations, and why you don't always need to live in the most expensive neighborhood to access great schools. Let's start with the big one, Fraser Institute ratings, because they are everywhere. Fraser ratings are based primarily on EQAO standardized test results. It focuses on math and literacy performance, looks at trends over time and not just 1 year. These tests are designed to measure system-level performance, not your child's potential, not your teacher's passion, and not the culture inside the building. Think of Fraser rating as a starting point, not a verdict. Comments like them from Amber and Thomas are why I always say ratings are a reference point, not the full picture. They are reminding us that school culture and staff and family involved matters just as much as any score. Thomas happens to hate people who work within them. That's a little too far. EQAO is a standardized test. Same test, same markings all across Ontario. What it does tell parents is how students perform academically on average, how consistent results are over time. 2 kids can attend the same school, write the same test, and have completely different experiences. One myth I hear a lot is that schools with more fundraising goals get higher ratings. Let's clarify. Fundraising helps with extras, technology, playgrounds, clubs. EQA results are not influenced by school budgets. In my opinion, the fundraising improves the experience, not the test score itself. If your child needs additional support, academic, behavioral, or enrichment, ratings alone won't tell you what you need to know. Key things parents should look at are in-school support resources, communication with parents, IEP experience, support staff consistency, and also big one is the peer environment. A school with a slightly lower rating but strong support systems can be better fit for your families. Fit matters more than the fame. Here's something many relocating parents don't realize in the Halton region. There's a gifted program and can completely change the school equation. Gifted programs are not always tied to neighborhood price. Some children attend top performing programs outside their home school catchment. And good news, transportation are provided. This is why some families live in very affordable neighborhoods, yet their children attend some of the strongest academic programs in the region. This is a huge mind shift for buyers. Let's address the elephant in the room. Do expensive neighborhoods have better schools, or do better schools make neighborhoods expensive? High demand follows perceived quality. More demand equals higher home prices. This is basic economics, not coincidence. Yes, affluent families often have more access to after-school programs, tutoring, enrichment, and that can influence overall academic outcomes. But never be judgmental. That doesn't mean great education is locked behind a high price tag, but it does explain the pattern. With all that context in mind, ratings, testing, support system, gifted programs, and economics, let's talk about schools. Oh, by the way, if you ever have any doubts about schools, visit my website realtorroshan.ca, and I have a page dedicated just for schools, top-rated schools in Oakville. Here you will find web links, how to locate a school, their ratings, the area highlights, and even active homes for sale in the area. It is one of the favorite pages on my website, and families appreciate a lot. Check it out. Now let's unpack the top elementary schools in Oakville. A very quick reminder, when you take a look at the Fraser school ratings, you will notice many private as well as public French schools that are not part of the Halton District School Board or Halton Catholic District School Board. In this video, we are only covering public schools belonging to the Halton District School Board. Also, some schools are rated with the same score, so if they are both ranked the same number, I've sort of grouped them into 10 best schools in Oakville. I'm actually covering 11 different elementary schools. As a result, 2 schools may have the same rankings. Starting from the bottom, at the 8th spot are New Central Public Elementary School and St. Joan of Arc Catholic School. New Central offers English programs with a Fraser ratings of 8.4, and based on this score, it is ranked 209th out of 3,000 elementary schools in Ontario. Looking at the previous year's rating, it has consistently performed well. The school is located in the heart of Oakville. New Central serves Old Oakville and Morrison, 2 of Oakville's most established and highly sought after neighborhoods, but they offer very different lifestyle even though they share the same school. What's interesting is that both Old Oakville and Morrison feed into the same elementary school despite very different housing styles and price point. That's a great example of why buyers shouldn't assume one school equals one type of neighborhood. Old Oakville is all about walkability and character. Homes here vary widely from older renovated homes to high-end custom builds. Seeing an $8 million home for sale, $11 million, even $24 million is not uncommon here. The average sale price for a single detached home here is $3.2 million. New Central also serves Morrison, on the other hand, is known for larger lots, deeper setbacks, and a more private feel. This is a neighborhood where people often buy with a very long-term mindset, sometimes even planning future rebuilds. The single detached home average sale price in the area for 2025 is $3.5 million. Here in this neighborhood, you'll also see a $39 million home for sale, $16 million, $6 million. Morrison is the most expensive area in Oakville. New Central isn't just about test scores, it reflects the stability, community, and the long-term family presence of Old Oakville and Morrison. Also on the 8th spot is St. Joan of Arc Catholic Public School. Fraser ranks this school 209 out of 3,000 Ontario elementary schools with a rating of 8.4. Looking at the past ratings, this school's rating is not consistent. Low of 5.9, 7s, and the most current 8.4. St. Joan of Arc Catholic Elementary School serves families in Westmount and Glen Abbey Encore, 2 neighborhoods that are different in feel, but both are very family-oriented. Westmount is known for the mixture of townhomes, semis, and detached homes, making it one of the more accessible areas for families entering the Oakville market. Then, the Glen Abbey Encore is newer and more compact with modern townhomes and condos, and it's popular with young families who want newer construction and strong community amenities. What's important to understand is that families in both areas can access the same Catholic School. At number 7 spot is St. Andrew Catholic Elementary School. The latest Fraser rating shows a score of 8.5 and the school ranks 175 out of 3,000 elementary schools in Ontario. Past ratings are consistent and has always been around the 8s. St. Andrew Catholic Elementary School serves families in River Oaks and Wedgwood Creek, two well-established neighborhoods in Oakville that are very popular with growing families. River Oaks is known for its strong community feel with a mix of detached homes, semis, and townhomes, plus parks, trails, and everyday amenities close by. Home prices in River Oaks averages $1.37 million. Wedgwood Creek is a bit quieter and more residential with predominantly detached homes, slightly larger lots, and more private feel. Homes in Wedgwood averages around $1.45 million. Families here get very different neighborhood lifestyle, but they are connected through the same school system. At number 6, Captain R. Wilson English Public Elementary School with a Fraser score of 8.6 and ranking 150th out of 3,000 elementary schools in Ontario. Captain R. Wilson Public School primarily serves families in Westmount, which is one of Oakville's most well-known family-oriented neighborhoods. Westmount offers a wide range of housing options from townhomes and semis to detached homes, which makes it appealing to both first-time buyers and also growing families. Home prices here average around $1.36 million. The neighborhood is very practical, close to shopping, parks, schools, and major routes, which is why it's consistently popular with relocating families. Perfect for families looking for a balanced, everyday lifestyle without needing to be in Oakville's highest price brackets. This catchment works very well. At number 5, we have Joshua Creek Public Elementary School. It has a score with a high score of 9 and ranks 91st out of 3,000 elementary schools in Ontario, and it has consistently ranked high year after year. Joshua Creek Elementary School serves the Joshua Creek neighborhood, which is one of Oakville's more established family-focused communities. The area is made up of mostly of detached homes built in the late 90s and early 2000s with generous floor plan, quiet streets, and lots of green space. Families here tend to stay long-term, which creates stability, and that consistency often shows up in school performance over time. Also at number 5 and tied with the same score of 9 as Joshua Creek is E.J. James. E.J. James Public School serves families in Old Oakville and Morrison, two of Oakville's most established and sought after neighborhoods. This school is known for its French Immersion program, and it's important for parents to know that in Halton District School Board, French Immersion begins in grade 2. That means families often start in the regular English track and then transition into French Immersion, which is something to plan for early. As previously said, Old Oakville offers a very walkable lifestyle-focused environment, while Morrison is known for larger lots, privacy, and long-term family ownership. Yet, both communities connect through this school. The area is good for families prioritizing French education alongside strong neighborhood stability. This catchment is a very popular choice. At number 4, we have Pilgrim Woods Public Elementary School with a Fraser ratings of 9.1 and ranking 77th out of 3,000 elementary schools in Ontario. This is a great school and has consistently performed at a very high level. Pilgrim Woods Public School serves families in Glen Abbey, one of Oakville's most established and desirable neighborhoods. Glen Abbey, as you know, is known for golf, and Glen Abbey is made up of primarily of detached homes along with some townhomes and semis, and it's very popular with families who want space, parks, and then the long-term livability. Home prices here aren't cheap. Average homes are around $1.7 million in 2025. This school is also notable because it offers a gifted program which gives qualifying students the option to stay within their community rather than traveling to another area. For families in Glenavi, that combination of neighborhood stability and program options is a big reason this school is so well regarded. Tied at number 3 are Sunningdale and Mons, both with a solid score of 9.2 and ranking 68th out of 3,000 schools in Ontario. Both schools offer French programs starting in grade 2 to 8. As a result of French program, these two schools cover multiple neighborhoods. The Sunningdale covers College Park, River Oaks, and Glenarchy. Home prices in each area range from 1.3 million in College Park with older homes and 1.4 in the River Oaks with a variety of options, townhomes, semis, and detached. And the Glenarchy is a very new area, just less than 10 years old, and definitely has modern homes and many options. The average price here is around $1.4 million. Months cover Falgarwood, Joshua Creek, and Joshua Meadows. Home prices in Falgarwood averages around 1.35 million, and the area offers single-family detached homes, older bungalows from the 60s, and bigger detached from the 80s. Back to Joshua Creek, the homes here averages $1.4 million. The area is made up of mostly of detached homes built in the 1990s and early 2000s. There are generous floor plans, quiet streets, and lots of green space. The Joshua Meadows is one of the Oakville's newer communities, known for its modern planning and younger family demographics. You'll find a mix of freehold townhomes, semis, and newer detached homes, many built in the last 10 years. The area appeals to families who want newer construction, nearby schools, and easy access to highways and shopping. It's a popular choice for buyers relocating to Oakville who want a move-in ready home and a strong community feel. At number 2, we have W.H. Morton, a school I'm very familiar with. My kids went to this school. I know teachers were long tenure and they cared. Fraser Institute gave a score of 9.3, and this school ranks 53rd out of 3,000 elementary schools in Ontario. This school has consistently performed very well. The W.H. Morton Public School serves families in the southwest Oakville, an area known for its mature neighborhoods and long established community feel. This part of Oakville features a mix of older detached homes, renovated bungalows, and some newer infill, often on wider tree-lined streets. Families here tend to value stability, walkability, and then proximity to parks, schools, and the lake rather than new subdivision living. It's a good example of how some Oakville schools are rooted into the neighborhoods where families stay for generations, creating a very strong sense of community. Now the final reveal. The number 1 elementary school in Oakville with a perfect score of 10 and ranking as one of the number 1 elementary schools in the whole of Ontario is Forest Trail French Immersion Elementary School. If you notice the pattern, a lot of French schools are ranked very high. One of the great examples of how school catchment works in Oakville is Forest Trail French Immersion School. Its catchment actually spans 3 very different neighborhoods: Glenarchy, West Oak Trails, and Westmount, and each offers a very different lifestyle and price point. As we discussed earlier, Glenarchy is one of the Oakville's newer communities. You'll find a lot of newer detached homes, freehold townhomes, and some modern condos. Home prices here averages around 1.4 million. This is a very popular area for families moving from condos or townhomes who want something newer, move-in condition without going fully luxury price. The next area this school covers is West Oak Trails. West Oak Trails is more established and honestly one of Oakville's most balanced family neighborhoods. Built in mainly late 1990s and early 2000s, you'll find a mix of detached homes here, semis, and also townhomes. This area appeals to families who want space, schools, and a strong community feel without jumping into the highest price brackets in Oakville. The next neighborhood this school covers is Westmount. Westmount is often considered one of the more accessible entry point into Oakville, especially for first-time buyers and young growing families. Here, you will find strong mix of townhomes, semis, and detached, and this area is very popular with buyers relocating from Toronto or Mississauga. What's interesting is that families living in Westmount can still access Forest Trail French Immersion, which many people assume only serves higher priced neighborhoods. So this is a perfect example of why you can't just look at a school and assume that the surrounding homes all look the same or cost the same. The same school catchment can include newer homes, established family neighborhoods, and more affordable entry points, all fitting into the same program. So there you have it. The best elementary schools in Oakville isn't the highest rated one. It's the one that fits your child, your family, and your lifestyle. If you are relocating, upsizing, or just trying to understand school catchments before buying, that's where local guidance really matters. Comment the word schools and I'll share my Oakville school guide. You can also check out my website and the top Oakville schools. Please follow this channel for real local insights, whether you're buying in 60 days or 6 months. I'm Realtor Roshan and I'll see you in my next video where I will be sharing top secondary schools in Oakville.